Hi guys, welcome back. First things first, my apologies, y'all. Last week, I promised you that this video would be about my collage gallery wall. Well, it's not. Because I tried to film that video and it just wasn't a good video yet. The lighting was bad, everything was wrong, and this was so much easier to record a video for. So, welcome to the video. Pre-Mackenzie upcycling days, pre-Unicorniture Co days, I shopped at Living Spaces. But one thing about buying furniture from places like this is it's not always going to be solid wood furniture. So that was the case with this bed frame that we purchased from Living Spaces. No shade to Living Spaces either, actually. My favorite picture that I have on my gallery wall is from Living Spaces. So it just so happens that this bed frame we bought from Living Spaces, well, it fell apart. Okay, it fell apart. And it was bulky, and I kept hitting my shins on it, you know, trying to walk around the bed. Everybody knows what that's like. And so I finally called it quits, and I took it all apart and threw it in my patio, and it sat there for a long time. A couple weeks, a few weeks, a month, let's be honest. But I didn't want to throw it away because I thought, you know, I'm an upcycler, repurposer, you know me. I thought, well, maybe I can find something fun or cool to do with it. And I finally figured something out, which is the video you're watching right now. So with the bed slats from this bed frame, I decided to make a cute, abstract headboard because I ended up just putting my bed on the floor. It has a box spring, the mattress, etc., but it's on the floor. And, you know, it looks unprofessional. Whatever, I don't really care. It's on the floor, but the wall was getting dirty from leaning the pillows up against there, and so I decided we needed a headboard. The original design for the headboard, I will insert a picture here, was to have the boards spaced evenly, but staggered. So it gives you this kind of like abstract, fun art look. Well, it didn't really work out because I was short on the amount of wood that I had from the original bed frame. So I had to readjust my plans, and I decided to just put the boards all together touching instead of having space between them. Instead of the post that would extend to the floor and go up against the wall to hold the bed frame up, I decided that I would just use scrap wood to like hold some boards together randomly and then just extend the post as far as I could with as much wood that I had. So first things first, we went ahead and we cut the bed slats down to 50 inches each because the wall space that I was trying to fill was only 58 inches wide. And the bed was only 58 inches wide, basically. So that's the space we were working with, and we knew we wanted to stagger them. So to give us space to stagger them with a couple inches on each side, we went down to 50 inches. Here are the bed slats that came off of the bed frame, and you'll notice that they each have a hole in the middle because that's where the support to the floor screwed in to the bed slats. You know, there was like the supports, the bed slats, the bed. That's where the support screwed in. So first things first, I had to fill those holes. And I just filled them with wood filler. It took me a couple tries because I was sanding them down and then refilling them and then sanding them down. But eventually I got it all nice and sanded down, and I just sanded everywhere across the boards because I didn't know if I was gonna do front side, back side, what I was gonna do yet. But I was careful because these boards are not solid wood. So there was just kind of like a layer of real wood, I suppose. So I was careful not to, like if I sanded too hard, it was going to disrupt that front facing of solid real wood. This is getting out of hand. Nevertheless, I sanded them down. And after sanding the boards down, I went ahead and I began to stain the boards. And of course, I used that beautiful vintage aqua varathane stain because I'm in love with that color. And, you know, I need it in both rooms of my house. So there's that. This was super easy. I went over it twice with the stain, which was a mistake because the first time it looked great. You could see the wood grain. And then the second time it just looked blue. And I was disappointed that I had lost so much wood grain and I couldn't quite sand it back down to the wood grain. So I'm not sure what that was about. This is what it looked like before I tried to sand back down to the wood grain, and then this is what it looked like after. So I was able to get a little bit up, and you can also see that the stain didn't apply evenly. Again, the fact that these are not solid wood, pretty much that's the problem. So then with the stain applied and the sanding, etc. done, I decided to put a top coat over the boards because one of the issues I actually had with the original bed frame was that I would lay stuff, wet towels, like my hair towels. Anyways, if you laid like a wet thing over the bed frame, the stain would just come right off. So I knew I wanted to use a top coat on this so that no matter what, you know, if I hung a towel or whatever, I got it wet, I don't know, the stain wouldn't come off. And so I went over with the same top coat I've been using for everything because I don't have any other top coat at the moment, even though it would have been nice to use like a spray top coat for this. I don't know. Here comes the weird part with the posts and the shortage on wood and the scrap wood. The black posts were just more scrap wood from the bed frame that I was able to like take apart cleanly. And those are going to be the posts that go between the bed and the wall. Then these little scrap pieces, which actually came off of the bed slat boards that we cut down, I just went ahead and used them to hold the pieces that I couldn't reach with the post pieces. So it's a little bit weird and wonky, but what you don't see in this video is I actually went ahead afterwards, and if you remember from my bench video, I used some green thick foam as the bench cushion. Well, I had some left over from that. Since I didn't want the bed frame to bang up against the wall, I decided to just staple a couple little small pieces of foam to the back of the boards, and then that's what touches the wall to protect the wall from getting damaged by the headboard boards. Yeah. So this is the headboard all finished. She looks a little wonky. Looking back on it, this staggering design would have made more sense if I had 3 boards, not 5 boards. It's a little bit wonky because I have 3 boards on one side sticking out and 2 boards on the other side sticking out. So that's a little weird, but you can thank Christian for that because I stood out there for like 30 minutes trying to stagger the boards randomly and I couldn't figure it out. And then Christian did this design, which is great. And later we can go and add a 6th board to make the headboard a little bit taller and to give it some symmetry. Okay, friends, so here she is in her natural habitat. I'm so sorry I don't have a cuter bedspread to take pictures with. I am working on that, but you know, not trying to spend any money right now. All right, so I hope you guys liked this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, if you liked the way the headboard came out, go ahead and like and subscribe. Anyways, so this week I would like to give a shout out to my grandma. Hi, Grandma. I love you and I miss you, and I really appreciate you keeping up with UniCommunity Co.'s happenings. So thank you very much. I love you. Anywho, thanks everybody for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, like I said, and stay tuned till next week when I do something else. Okay, bye. I decided to make it a cute bed frame. So, headboard. Yikes. So, covering all my bases there. Covering all the boards there. Yeah, forget it. with a new duvet cover, with a new blanket, with a new bed. Forget it. A like and a subscription. Nobody says that. Go ahead and like and subscribe. You know what? I'm gonna say it. Go ahead and give us a like and a subscription. No. Nope. It's weird.